Alright guys, this is DrDepper, and I'm bringing you guys a building computer video. This is going to be my first video of my channel, and to start off, we got the case. I don't know what brand it is, I just know, well, I do know what brand it is. It's Coolmaster, but I don't know what exact model it is. Next up, we got the Andy FX 8150, 8 core, 3.6 gigahertz. Next we have the G-Skill 8 gigabytes RAM solo. This was not needed, but I got it because I did not know that the aftermarket heat sink and fan did not come with it. Well, I thought it didn't come with it, so I went ahead and bought some Arctic Silver 5. Yeah. And then we have our HIS faster, cooler, quieter Radeon HD 7850 with the AceRock 970 Extreme 3. Next, well, right here I just have a Swiss Army knife. I have that for the screwdriver function that it has with it. So then we just have a DVD writer and burner, well, DVD writer and reader drive. I didn't buy it, so to say. I knew somebody who had one. Next up, we have our 1 terabyte Seagate Barracuda hard drive, and we have maximum power 720 watt power supply. We have Windows 7. This is the weirdest case I've ever seen for Windows 7. It did come with another case, but I didn't even think it was Windows 7 whenever I got it. Whenever I opened it up, it looked a little bit more like Windows 7. Windows 7 came with a free Antivirus Plus McAfee. Well, McAfee Antivirus Plus. And the aftermarket heatsink, aftermarket CPU cooler is a Hyper 2012 Plus. Coolmaster, that is. And then, since I do not have Ethernet in my room, I have a TP-Link 30 megabits per second Wi-Fi wireless N PCI adapter, which that's what my router is. And then we just have the mouse and keyboard. Here's just an old keyboard. That's what I'm going to be using. I have a monitor over there. And so, let's start with the build. And let's go ahead and unbox it. We have the back shield. We have a SATA 3 gigabits per second cord. Let's just move it to the side for now. We're on top of my computer case. This is the computer I'm going to be using for recording, rendering videos for my channel. We should do a quick discharge. Alright. For handling the CPU or the motherboard, you could damage the CPU or motherboard by not having... Alright. So yeah, let's go ahead and start putting a computer together. How's this going to work? It's weird. Huh. None of the videos I watched were like this, but if you all got this, I'm guessing you put the CPU in, then you just latch the thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and get out our CPU. Alright, so my camera just had a really weird glitch out. It might have been going on longer than I expected it was. I should start looking up at my computer every now and then just to make sure it doesn't do that. What? It's supposed to be like that? I don't think so. What is this for? I don't know. It doesn't fit in. So I'm just going to use this bag. Let's do a quick discharge again. I don't know what requires a discharge, what doesn't, so I'm just going to discharge every now and then. Alright, so I found a solution to this problem. If you look right there, there's a little spot for it to go into. Just take your thumb, push it in from the bottom. Hold on, let me get better situated with the camera. Take your thumb, you push it in, and you slide it up, then you push it back, and it fits. So now, for me, with my problem, I only needed 2 of them slid forward, the other 2 are back. And if you put it in, it fits. Alright, so I found the problem. I had to take this thing off the bottom, and I had to put that weird thing that I thought had no use to it on. So let's go ahead and flip it upside down. I do not know if this is how you're supposed to do it, because I never saw any videos with people having this problem. But it wasn't in instructions for AM3 motherboards, and I did not watch any videos on how to build a computer with an AM3 motherboard, and that's probably where I went wrong. It wasn't in instructions, however. I read that. Alright, so let's carefully set it down. And the foam that came below the motherboard, the motherboard came with. And now, sadly, we gotta put this thing back together. And if you all were wondering about my name, DrDepper, or my YouTube name, DrDepper, I will explain that in my LP. Since I am DrDepper LP, I'm going to do LPs on video games, and this is the computer I'm going to do it on. Let's just check to make sure it fit upside down. You can. Alright, we got that fixed. Let's make sure. One more check. Make sure it fits, which it does. Perfect. Now let's do a check. Make sure it fits with the fan in there. Alright, so I found out the problem. You just have to put more pressure on. So now we're going to apply the thermal compound. You just put a little dot amount, and then I'm going to use the method where you use the pressure from the heatsink and the heat from the CPU after it warms up to spread the thermal paste. There are also other ways like spreading it manually. So now that we have the thermal compound on, you want to be very careful to hit it right there. Then you want to spread the stuff around because you didn't spread it around manually. So now we're going to want to put one of the screws in. It's not going in. Right there. Alright, now let's go ahead and put the fan on. Alright, so I have the RAM popped out, and let's be careful not to touch any of the notches on it. Let's grab it by the side, and let's open up these. This is the A2. I referred to my, let's just make sure the notches aligned. They are. And let's slide it in. And they just slide in place. Then just push it in. And the pressure of pushing the RAM in will make that thing snap in, and it'll hold it in place. Alright, now that we have that situated, let's go ahead and get this into the case. I think, yeah, there's nothing else that we need to get onto with other than that. But before we get that into the case, let's go ahead and install our power supply to the case. This is a 750 watt power supply, and the fan goes into the bottom, and the output ports, which are right there, well, the plug port and the off and on button go right there. It just sits in place, and then you take these screws, which are right here, and then you screw it in right there. There's a little slot that holds the power supply in the case so it doesn't bounce around. And where's the screwdriver? We're just going to screw these bolts in, or screw the screws in. Alright, got the power supply in, and it's now time to put the motherboard in. Alright, so I found the screws. I'm ready to install the motherboard, but first I'm going to install this back panel. Yep, it goes on in the back, from the back. You just push it in place. Now I'm ready to drop the motherboard in. And I just found out that I put the back on wrong. This thing goes in like this. Go ahead and put it in real fast. So if you missed, well, since you missed that first part where I was doing it from the front or the back, you all got to see it again from the inside angle. And the camera stopped, well, went to AFK mode. Probably hit the record button. Alright. Now, this time it's for real. Okay, I forgot to put these screws in. So I'm going to have to take the motherboard out, put the screws in this time. Alright, so one was right here, if I can remember correctly. If I'm correct, these are the right screws. Let me just check, see if there's any other screws similar. Yes, these are the right screws. Yeah. Alright, so on my motherboard there's one across from it. So let's put one right here. This time it's for real. Let's drop the motherboard in. The third time. Third time's a charm. Let's move these cables out of the way. Alright, so all I did was just remove the motherboard and all I did was just remove the motherboard. I don't think you all can see it because the camera's not too good of resolution, but there are holes right there, and there. And whenever I put it in, for some reason the motherboard was elevated on something and it wasn't even touching them. I guess these USB ports right here were hanging off the little latches or whatever that go into it. Well, not into it, but on it. And so yeah, that's where we're at so far. Now, let's see. We need to install the hard drive. And where is it? The optical drive. First, let's go with the optical drive. And first of all, we need to take out this. For this case, all you gotta do is just stick your hand in there, and there's little things that you need to pinch. You just pinch them, and then pull it out. So now for the optical drive, you just slide in through the front, and this little lock thing will lock it in place. So let's unlock it. Slide it into place. And lock it. Alright. Simple enough. Hard drive. Case came with some... Where's it? Oh, there's the case box. Case box came with some of these. I think this is what it is. What holds it. So let's use our handy knife. Alright guys, so I just plugged the power into the system's jump slot. I'm guessing that's where it goes. If it doesn't work, I'll just keep on looking where to put it. So yeah, I'll see you whenever I have the monitor set up with the keyboard and everything. And if it does work, then I'll have Windows 8 ready to go. And I'll see you then.
Welcome everyone, this is DrDepper LP, and now that I have my computer built, here it is, it's running, and so I want to explain a couple of things before I end the episode. So as you can see right here, I'm using my phone camera now. I used a different camera then, but as you can see here, this is the editing, well this is the video I've been editing, and so this is the build a computer video, of course. As you can see, there's my monitor. That was also my old house. This is my new house. So, I have everything set up. I got my printer set up. I got my antenna. I have my keyboard, mouse. This is a different mouse than I used in my videos. This is a wheel mouse, and it works much better than my other one did. This is my headset, and I would take apart my computer, but I did not use the right screws on the back, so it's kind of hard. Don't have a screwdriver on. Actually, I do have a screwdriver on me. So I'll cut the recording, I'll open it up, and I'll show you all what it looks like now that I have everything configured. Also in this video, I did not have everything wired up. My camera stopped working, and also I wired a couple of things wrong. So off camera, I basically wired everything up correctly, and I got all the drivers and everything working. Now I have 2 hard drives, unlike the other one, so you'll see whenever I open it up now that I have 2 hard drives. So yeah, I'll see you all in just a second. So welcome everyone. Now that I have my computer side off, as you can see, let me go ahead and explain to you all what all I have on my computer before I show you all the thing. Well, everything in it. So basically, I believe I skipped this, but as you can see here, I have an AMD FX 8150 8-core, and I also have the Coolmaster case fan. As you can see, everything's running. Also, I have the ICE QX HIS, I believe is the company that makes it, and my desk is wet for some reason. Here's the 2 hard drives. One is just a old hard drive from a Dell, and then this is the one that I bought a long time ago. I believe when I built this, it was February of this year. So right now it's October. So it's been about 8 months since those last clips. So that's been a long time. As you can see, here's the drive, or the disk drive. And like I said, a lot of stuff I did was off camera. Here's all the jumper cables and the stuff like that, LEDs. I don't know why I have LEDs if I don't even have any LED fans in my computer. They were actually case things, like they came with the case. So why did LEDs come with the case if it's not even part of the case? Here's the PCIe plugged into the PCI Express plugged into the graphics card. The graphics card is, like I said, I believe it's a 7850 Radeon HD. And also up here, if you see that blue cable, I know the quality is very bad, but that blue cable is the CPU cable. I know for sure I did not plug that in on camera. Also, here's everything wired up. This is the main cord. It's the motherboard power supply. This is the SATA. And as you all remember, as you all should remember from that one, I don't think I explained this in a YouTube video, but hopefully you all can see it. This cable, as you can see the burn marks from the case, and this cable, my computer once caught on fire. That was the specific cord that caught on fire. I have no clue how it caught on fire. Basically, I just turned it on one day, and all of a sudden black smoke started coming from my computer. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, this is DrDepper LP, and see you guys next time.